Alright, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. It is 4:58 p.m., January 1st, 2026. Oh, man. It's funny. I didn't even really do anything last night, but my body. Oh, it must have been my environment because my body feels like I was put in a shaker or something. Not even a shaker, but my whole body just feels like when I woke up this morning, I felt like I didn't want to go to work. Not even just because of the holiday, but my body just felt so drained, man. And and it's like I didn't even physically do that much last night. Like all I did, yeah, I worked yesterday, but I was tired after work yesterday anyway. Normally when I finish work, I want to just go home, eat and lay down because it's the it's like the trifecta of energy drainage. When you've been attacked with directed energy that's going into your spine and into your legs and into your lungs and into your chest and into your rib cage and into your shoulders and into your back. It's like you got all these different cords of energy pushing charge into your body, right? While you're riding a bike with an electric battery on it, so the bike itself is becoming conductive, and the energy from the battery is being, directed right into the right. I mean, the energy of the battery is basically being directed right into um my root chakra, basically. So all of that energy that's coming from the battery is going into my root chakra, or if you want to get more anatomical, it's going right into the genital area, going into the groin. Then it goes up. Then I feel like attacks. I feel attacks hit me like in my stomach. Sometimes it starts off with like hits to like the solar plexus. Then it starts to creep up, and then it starts to like feel like a tightness in the chest. Um, but yeah, it's like so many different things that I'm feeling while I'm working, you know. And it's like the first route I did today wasn't even like it wasn't a far route, but it was the contents were heavy, and then not only the contents were heavy, it was the stops were scattered in the most like annoying of places when you're trying to actually avoid all of the hills. When you're trying to avoid all of the hills that you know is on the east side, but yet every stop is damn near up a hill, down a hill, then up another hill. And then it's like I'm pedal, like this is pedal assist. It's not full electric. So it's like by the time I get through riding about, a mile and a half and then go up 3 or 4 hills, I'm just like, yo, this stop better not be a walk up. Like, and it's like, I mean, it's nothing personal to the customer. It's just, bro, I'm tired. And then they don't know I'm being targeted, so they don't know how much. Like, that's the thing I realized. My job has no idea how much I will myself to do this type of work. And then sometimes it seems like people be amazed at the stuff I do, and I'm just like, yo, this is my workout too. It's like, it's like, it's not only like a place for me to make money, but it's also my workout because I don't like other than this job, I'm not in the gym. And then if I was in the gym, I'd never have energy for anything else. Because if I did this job and go to the gym, all I'm doing after that is sleep. I don't want to speak to nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to go to nobody's house. All I want to do is just lay down and sleep. If I was to do this job and have to go to the gym and be targeted, nah, that's way too much energy. Like I'm barely having enough energy to try to keep up with certain, relationships and whatnot, man. And right now I am strained. Like, and it's also me taking note of. I didn't know they don't be waiting for no damn light. But anyway, so so whatchamacallit? So yeah, it's like I'm just drained. And the route, it wasn't a bad route, but I don't know what it was, because maybe I should have went home and took a bath or something. That's probably what I needed to do, because my body felt really charged up. Um, my body felt really charged up, and I was tired the night before. Um, yeah, December 30th. I was already charged up and everything when I went into work that day, and I didn't take my salt bath. So, going into work yesterday, I kind of muscled through the shift, but man, I was dead tired after that. I didn't want to go to, I spent the holiday with my girlfriend's family, and went to go and visit my sister as well. Spent some time with them, and it's like, it was one of those situations where I haven't been spending enough time with them in general, because between this job and the targeting, I'm exhausted most of the time. And then it's like I'm also, taking in consideration that in order for me to make the money that I make, I have to take a lot of stops. I have to take a lot of deliveries, and these are in 2 hour windows. So anytime you're doing, 14 stops, and it's possibly over 50 packages, and you're pulling everything on this, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be tired after work, you know. So it's like, I don't know. Last night, it must have been very misleading, because I thought I might have slept good, because it was weird. It was weird. It was like I kind of feel tired, but it's like it's different. It's like, because I don't even know how to explain it. It was just a different feel. Anyway, so yeah, my apartment is much different from many other people's apartments, because in my home I have already like I already have certain things down pat. The only thing I haven't really done is literally try to take every piece of metal with Kapton tape to reduce how many different metallic or conductive surfaces can they reflect these frequencies from. Um, yeah, so yeah, and in her family's house, they don't necessarily believe in gang stalking and nanotechnology and all that stuff. So, me, my sensitivity level being overtly targeted with directed energy. Like, it's strange, because before I walked into the building, before I walked into the building, I opened the door to go into the building, and it was a thick, dense something. I don't know what it was, but it felt like if a cloud had density to it, it felt like walking into that building. I swallowed like a cloud, like I swallowed a cloud, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was so hard to breathe at first. And then I started thinking, I'm like, damn, I wonder if all of that I felt was radiation coming from all the apartments and everything. Because I don't know, them complexes, even though they're kind of old, I think they I don't know, but I know it was a crazy amount of radiation in that building. But the one thing I always notice is whenever I go into an environment that is high in electromagnetic radiation, the first thing I notice is this increase of a high-pitched tone that starts. in my head, and it's usually on the right side of the head too. As soon as I walk into the as soon as I walk into the environment, as soon as I walk into the environment, it's like, wing. It's almost like I stepped into I don't know. It's like I stepped into like an energy something, and then it's like my brain it picks up the fact that there's a lot of energy in the environment, and then my body just feels the charge build up. Hold on. All right. So, but yeah, it's like I don't know. Yeah, walking in that building, it's a lot. It's a lot of energy in there. And then aside from that, the apartment, they got it's heavy with a lot of energy. And then the bed that they sleep on, the bed that I slept on, it was a metal frame bed with a mattress that had metal springs. Now I don't have that much metal in my apartment, so I don't have that many um any I don't have that many conductive things um that they can like it basically saying it's not that many reflective surfaces in my apartment that they're directing energy from. More times than likely, I usually trace a lot of the signals coming from like screws. Um, Sometimes I'm tracing a lot of the signals coming from. It could be like a metal chair, or it could be, yeah, definitely from the refrigerator. Um, what else? I've noticed signals coming from shopping cart, like pretty much certain types of metals, but not steel though. That's one thing I haven't seen, or not seen, but felt directed energy coming from is steel itself. Um, but other metals, yeah, especially aluminum. Um, that's why the whole idea of putting when people be talking about the what they call it, the aluminum caps and everything. And it's like I've tried that. I've actually tried that. I've tried that in the past with putting an aluminum cap on my head or putting aluminum foil on the head and whatnot. I've tried that before, but I realized it doesn't necessarily work in a way that they make it seem on like certain other certain other places or people. It doesn't work the way that they think. I see it as this, right? So your body is like the sun, right? Your body is like a star. Now, what you have to understand is that they like though you're this ball of energy, you are shooting out these fine beams of light, but there's like trillions upon trillions of these like beams of light, and each one of them is a specific frequency number, right? Now all this light is beaming out of your body. What the nanotech basically does is it amplifies the light coming from your body, so or rather it makes it more visible, for lack of a better word. It amplifies it so it almost make you seem brighter for the satellites to see you and find you. um, but let me see. Going back to what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Shit. I feel too much pressure on the right side of my head, so I'm trying to see if I could. Trying to see if I could blow out some of the energy that's being stored in that area. It's like the pressure is like you see the right side of my glasses. Now I told you before that just about every piece of metal is being used to basically reflect these frequencies and direct them at us. So the hinges of my glasses are radiating because um, even though I'm moving, right? Even though I'm moving, the nanobots inside my body and those nanobots that are inside of my right foot. I think my right foot is the dominant phased array, um, I guess, antenna or transmitter or whatever, because the majority of the frequencies or pressure of the frequencies that I feel are usually coming at an angle that starts from the outermost side of my right foot, like by the pinky, and then as I move my hand from right to left, I could literally feel like it's an array. Like it's not just one, but it's like several beams of this energy coming from my feet. More specifically, like the toes or the joints of the toes. Now, I'm reminding you all that nanobots are typically going to be positioned in areas of the body where there's going to be the most friction. There's going to be the most friction and the most heat generated because it needs to harvest that energy. It needs to harvest that mechanical energy generated. It needs to harvest the heat generated, and it needs to harvest the electrical and chemical. It needs to harvest the electrical and the chemical. Let's just say, I guess, catalyst or something. Oh, I forget. My phone is about to die. Anyway, so yeah, I woke up when I laid down. I thought I was all right. Then when I got to work, I was just like, when I started pedaling the bike, I was like, oh my goodness, why am I so tired? And I didn't even have all 9 bins used in that last route, but yet I was so tired. And then they sent me another route going to the west side, so I was just like, oh man. And I didn't finish my last route basically until about 2 o'clock. So when I got back to the hub, it was like 2:30 already, and the window was already open. And I had like 16 stops all on the west side, so I was like, fuck. So I was like, fuck it, ain't no way I could finish this on time. So, I mean, for the most part, most of the customers didn't really seem all that. They was just happy to get their stuff. But yeah, my hand's cold and my phone dying, so I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm gonna go home and take this salt bath and try to recover myself. But it really had me thinking today. I was like, yo, I need to get a new job because it's too much energy being taken from me. It's like between the job, the gang stalking, and then having to, work with other people who are either going through gang stalking or probably not really going through gang stalking, or they're not aware of it. It's like I need more energy. But it's not that I need more energy. I need my energy not to be taken from me. Like, it's like I feel so drained all the time, or like I'm just so overstimulated. But anyway, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.